Angela. Good morning, Corey. How are you?
Good morning. How are you all doing?
We're doing fantastic. Well, listen, you're no stranger to the positive perspective. You've been on the show before, and Orbit Energy and Power is like family with Pop FM. You guys sponsor our morning show, which we greatly appreciate. And, John has the distinct pleasure of rattling off all the things you do. I don't know how he remembers it all, but we definitely want to give you an opportunity to educate our listeners on solar energy. And, most people might not be thinking solar energy is a good option right now for the winter months, but you're here to tell us that why they should consider solar energy right now. So if you could tell us, that'd be great.
Oh, absolutely. So first and foremost, thank you for having me again. Secondly, to answer your question, every month you wait to transition to solar or see if your home qualifies for solar, you're just wasting money with the utility company. Now, during the winter, utility rates do go down a little bit, so I can see why some people might feel as if it's a better way to wait until summer. In reality, you're doing yourself an injustice. If you're going to wait to get the project started until the summer months when your bill's a lot higher, you're not getting the true savings. So when you transition to solar during December, January, not only is your project going to get installed in a timely manner through Orbit, but in the same sense, you're going to be ready for the peak months. This way, you're not carrying that heavy electric bill with you. And on top of the fact, you might be leaving some incentives on the table.
Very true. All true indeed. And I'll add to it. My wife and I, we both have had solar systems installed from Orbit, and we had ours turned on in December, just because, why wait, right? You want to start saving money. Why would you wait a few months if you're going to do it anyway? So that totally makes sense. So Corey, what would you say to individuals who have concerns over snow building up on solar panels?
Yeah. So when you're looking at somebody's potential concern with that, right, their macro perspective is more so probably based off of the fact that they think it's going to impede on the performance or production of the system. One of the great things about Orbit is we offer a 25-year performance and production guarantee. Now, when we're designing systems, we factor in whatever type of market we're installing in, climate, and everything along those lines. So not only do we calculate how much power you're using, but we take in the elements into consideration. So the panels we're using are actually engineered in Germany and assembled down in Georgia. So when you're looking at the atmosphere of Germany in itself, it's a cloudy, dreary type of country. So they have similar like elements year round more so. So the technology that we're using is backed and tested and, proven to work through these elements, so be it snow, hail, heavy winds, rains, things along those lines.
It's so great to hear that that's all being taken in consideration. So it really eases any worries anyone should have about it. So Corey, please share with our listeners the benefits of switching to solar energy, like energy credits with utility companies.
Yeah, so ideally, we want to be able to offset as much of your electric bill as possible. There's a couple limitations that go along with that. Obviously, how much power you're using versus how much solar availability space do we have to install panels. Now, when we're installing the panels, we're going to put it on the surface that's getting the most sunlight in order to have the highest amount of production. In New Jersey, if we're able to offset 100% of your power, you're just going to have a $5 to $6 connection charge to whatever utility company you have. On top of that, if you own the system, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, you're going to get a 22% investment tax credit from the federal government. Now, what is that? That's a dollar for dollar credit on your federal income taxes. As long as you qualify for that tax credit, you're going to be able to take that amount off the total project cost of your system. Now, you're also rewarded for the production of your system. For every 1,000 kilowatt hours your system produces, if you're a residential system owner, you're going to receive $92 for every 1,000 kilowatts for a 15-year time frame. So that's going to help offset some of the out-of-pocket costs as well.
And then as far as like buying the system, do you need to have all of the money to buy it, or can you finance the solar panels?
Nope. There's multiple ways that somebody can enroll into a solar program. So obviously, if somebody wanted to pay it outright, we do have cash programs. There's also, all the programs we have besides cash deal, there's no money out of pocket. So you apply through one of our partners. We have 20 different lenders. We have the highest approval rate in the industry. We have a 93% approval rate for qualified buyers. Now, when you sit down with an Orbit consultant, they're going to ask you a couple questions and see what the best fit for you is. We're not really big on sitting down with somebody and saying, here, this is how you're going to get solar. I'm going to sit down with you, John. I'm going to say, what are you looking for? And really gauge your needs and your wants. And I'm going to custom make a solution directly for you and your family. Now, you can have a PPA, which stands for a power purchase agreement. You're going to receive a lower electric bill just because you're having clean energy coming to your house. You're not going to own the system. You're not going to get the tax credit. You're not going to get the TREC. but it's still a great option for those who, seem fit for it. On top of that, if you own the system, you're going to receive the tax credit, the TREC. So, it's really dependent upon the specific situation of the homeowner.
So Corey, why should our listeners choose Orbit Energy and Power for their solar energy and any other services that you provide?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our 20 years of experience in renewable energy field is going to make the process as seamless as possible for you. We have the best standard warranties in North America, a full 25-year gutter-to-gutter warranty covering products, labor, installation, performance. Anything that's involved with the system is fully covered. So you really have that peace of mind when you go with Orbit, on top of the fact that it's my responsibility to make sure you have a positive and pleasant customer experience.
So if some of our positive listeners and viewers out there right now, Corey, are interested in more information, do they get an estimate? Like what are the steps from here?
Yeah, so one of the first things is I want to make sure that you call Orbit. We're going to have somebody come out, consult with you, see exactly where you are, see what the best solution is for you specifically. From that point, we'll walk you through the program, and we really, like I said, we really make this seamless as possible.
And is it just residential, or if someone owns a warehouse or a business, can they also take advantage of solar?
Yeah, so we do residential, commercial, and industrial solar.
Very good. So Corey, any final words you want to share with our listeners? Any words of encouragement leading into the holiday season here and wrapping up our year?
Yeah, so I know a lot of my teammates are talking about New Year's resolutions already, kind of skipping past the other holidays. But one of the things that I really want to bring into people's perspective is don't think about how you can have a good year in a whole. If you want to be in a different position this time next year, look at yourself internally, create a strong internal dialogue, get a why, what are you looking to do? Why do you want to do it? Now make that, that why so strong, and just repeat repetitive daily tasks that are ultimately going to mount to a successful year. So don't think about how can I have a strong year? How can I have a great day? How can I have a great week? And those great days and those great weeks are all going to add up to a great year.
I love it. So we're not going to have New Year's resolutions. We're going to have New Days resolutions this year.
I love it.
Well, Corey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you taking the time to be on the show here today. And we just, we love Orbit Energy and Power. So
we love
thank
you guys
you for,
well.
So keep up the great work.
You too. I appreciate it.
So we have been speaking with Corey Sandone. He's Vice President of Sales for New Jersey and Delaware for Orbit Energy and Power in Mantua here in South Jersey. Again, if you're a homeowner or if you own a business and you're looking to get solar, now's a great time. Give them a call or check out their website, orbitenergy.us or 800-836-3987. Yamira, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more on Pop FM 99.9, Power of Positivity. More after this.
Hello, this is Jill San Andrea, your local real estate expert from Exit Homestead Realty Professionals. I specialize in helping buyers and sellers find their piece of the American dream.